everyone, this is Archive of 12, and today I am finally getting to this song, which I was going to record last week, but I was just feeling like absolute crap after I got back from Louisiana, so obviously you could probably still hear it in my voice. I'm still a little stuffed up. My voice isn't fully back to its normal intensity. I recorded 4 reactions last week, and I really wanted to do like 9 to try and catch up. So we're going to continue our catch up, I guess, today with DizzyEight's Beast Gohan rap song, Unleashed, featuring Musicality. This is obviously about Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Yeah, I guess that's all I got. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch this without my commentary, because I will be pausing it, we'll be talking about it. And without further ado, let's get started.
Musicality.
This is starting off very dramatic.
I used to be scared to be great. Never thought that I had what it takes. You can tell when you look at his face. You can see that he lacking in faith. Every time that he walk, he just stumble and fall, and it feel like his spirit would break. He would feel like his life was a race. He would feel like he running in place. He couldn't run from his insecurity. Face to face with his immaturity. And that's the moment when he lost his purity. Same moment when he had to grow up prematurely. I wasn't ready, but hey, I'd rather be early than late. I'd rather be ready for whatever comes and not just be scared with playing it safe. No time to waste. I ain't got it just to play with it, dog. You're making a world and got me to wait.
Hold on. I'm sorry, Dizzy. I know you said one of the lines that you said was, "I'd rather be early than late," but I hate to say it, but Gohan's entire trope is being so reluctant to fight that he is late to the fight. Like, he doesn't achieve his full power. He doesn't achieve Super Saiyan 2. He doesn't achieve Ultimate Gohan / Mystic Gohan. He doesn't achieve Beast Mode Gohan until shit's hit the fan and everything is about to die, or everybody has already died in the case of like Boo. So like I know what you're going to go there, and like, it just, part of me just felt like that was a weird line to say in association with Gohan.
With his immaturity, and that's the moment when he lost his purity. Same moment when he had to grow up prematurely. I wasn't ready, but hey, I'd rather be early than late.
Yeah, see, that right there, that particular line didn't make a whole lot of sense, because Gohan's entire story arc has always been he's the last one that basically steps up. But when he steps up, then it's basically game over, essentially. But like, well, I guess not against Super Boo. He kind of like let that one drag out and then got absorbed. But he could have beaten Super Boo if he really wanted to. He just chose not to because he was having too much fun. But dead serious. Like, great rap so far. I love the descriptions that are going. Just that particular line doesn't make sense when it comes to Gohan's story arc.
I'd rather be ready for whatever comes and not just be scared with playing it safe. No time to waste. I ain't got it just to play with it, dog.
Although I will say also that I suppose that line could potentially be in relation to after he gets to Beast Gohan, because now, especially with the line that followed it immediately, now, like, Gohan's finally realized that just because he doesn't want to fight doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to have the choice to not fight. And so now he's going to make sure he's better prepared for the future. So I suppose in a way it can make sense, but it's still a really odd choice of a line. But that's just my personal opinion. Like, Gohan's one of my favorite characters, but I call a spade a spade. Gohan is always the last one to fight. So, like, yeah, that line stuck out to me. But the line afterwards, I guess I could kind of see it as him stating that that's not going to happen again. Because the previous lines talking about Gohan prior to that was about essentially, like, Gohan with his immaturity and his lack of confidence and stuff like that, leading up to his final transformation. But on a third hand, this could actually not necessarily be about Gohan. because I know that a lot of the nerdcore rappers don't they use the characters as inspiration, not necessarily as the focus of the rap. So this could actually be about Dizzy himself. I'm not sure. I honestly am not sure. Um, so maybe I'm reading into this a little too hard as Gohan. Maybe this is about Dizzy specifically. I don't know. Something to think about, I guess, while we're continuing to listen to this.
You're making a wall that got me that way. Funny thing that you learn when you fall, you gain the resolve and the power to change. Focus on trying to get in the form, cause when you're informed, you know what's at stake. That's the moment when a man is born. Can't sleep anymore when your mind is awake. Wasn't made for the bag, wasn't made just to cycle what I gotta do. Used to lie to myself, but lately I find life and embracing the truth. Truth is, I was turning from purpose. Nowadays, I'm averting the view. One thing that I know is for certain is nothing to prove, cause look, I was born for this. It's in my blood, no, I couldn't run from me. No, no, I knew I was meant to be greater. Thank God that I live in his favor. This was never about the work of my labor. Only here cause the heart of a savior bigger than me, but the feeling is major.
It's weird seeing Teen Gohan edited to look like instead of Super Saiyan 2 that he's got the Beast Gohan hair. Like it fits him. And God, could you imagine if Beast Gohan appeared in Dragon Ball Z? Like, think about this. Okay, this is going to be a slight tangent. But my ADHD brain is like bouncing on this idea right now. I need to get it out of my brain. Imagine if Super Saiyan 2 didn't exist. Imagine if, because Gohan's innate rage and that like superpower that he has in his body, imagine if that was beast mode. And when he fought Cell, instead of going Super Saiyan 2, he went beast mode. And that Super Saiyan 2 didn't exist. Like, it was Super Saiyan and Beast Mode was just a completely separate transformation entirely. Could you imagine how that would have radically changed Dragon Ball? I'm curious now. I want to hear your guys' comments on that. If you see this, if you got to this part in the video, I want to hear your guys' comments. What do you think Dragon Ball Z would have been like if Beast Mode had made any appearance instead of Super Saiyan 2?
Never thought I would have made it. I will limit what God can take his sight. Had a fire out my heart inside. I think it's time I engage in life. Think it's time I set it free. See the spirit when you looking at me. Ready for war, I never retreat. Dog in them and I cut off the leash. Cut off the leash. I'm feeling free. Where am I going where I never seen? How could this be? Discover my limit. I'm breaking my limit. The limit was me. Used to be timid until I get living. And so that did different than how I've been living. Was making decisions that mess up the mission. Direction was missing. Like who should I be? Had some habits that was holding me down. I broke away. It ain't holding me now. Used to never understand when I work for the king is in me. I can never be bound. Had to put it into all of the cheddar. I focus better when I don't hear a sound. The boy finally moving all on his own. He in his purpose. He no longer a child. I found my way. I found him and that was buried in me. He found a hope and the strength to believe. There ain't no telling the heights he might reach. Heights he might reach.
I love that part. I love that whole part right there. Talking about like finally managing to, I'm just gonna rewind it all the way to right about here. I love that part about like talking about like finally finding like the purpose and the meaning and the power and the desire to protect. Like I loved all of that. That was beautiful.
Dog in him and I cut off the leash. Cut off the leash. I'm feeling free. Where am I going where I never seen? How could this be? Discover my limit. I'm breaking my limit. The limit was me. Used to be timid until I get living. And so that did different than how I've been living. Was making decisions that mess up the mission. Direction was missing. Like who should I be? Had some habits that was holding me down. I broke away. It ain't holding me now. Used to never understand when I work for the king is in me. I can never be bound. Had to put it into all of the cheddar. I focus better when I don't hear a sound. The boy finally moving all on his own. He in his purpose. He no longer a child. I found my way. I found him and that was buried in me. He found a hope and the strength to believe. There ain't no telling the heights he might reach. Heights he might reach. I can't believe I'm not afraid. God gave me what I need. Broke out myself, now I'm feeling alive. Now I can see everything I could be. I know I'm born for this. Yeah, it's in my blood, no, I couldn't run from me. No, no, I knew I was meant to be greater. Thank God that I live in his favor. This was never about the work of my labor. Only here cause the heart of a savior bigger than me, but the feeling is major. I never thought I would have made it. I will limit what God can take his sight. Had a fire out my heart inside. I think it's time I engage in life. Think it's time I set it free. See the spirit
I think that's my favorite Dizzy rap. Hands down, no questions asked. I feel like this might very well be my favorite DizzyEight rap. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I am adding that to so many playlists on Spotify. That's so good. That was so good. I love it so much. Anyway, before I continue like gushing over how good that was, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am Arc Alpha 12 and I will see you in the next video.